generations, the Dragon Lords ruled over Tarkir, crushing the once great clans under Talon and Fang. But now, the winds have changed, and a new age approaches. Together, the 5 clans sought to take back the skies by harnessing the power of the spirit dragons. But it was a power they could not fully comprehend. The skies darken with a new threat to Tarkir. It will take the combined might of the 5 clans to face what's coming. Sultai, Mardu, Abzan, Timur, Jeskai. Let those who summon the storm be the ones to break it.
Tarkir Dragonstorm is a new set that will transport players to a plane they may have visited before, one filled with action, danger, and above all, dragons. Tarkir can be unforgiving. Storms full of wild dragons tear apart the land, while the different human clans vie for supremacy and try to survive their harsh climate. But this harsh environment has given rise to heroes. Whether dragon or humanoid, they prove equal to the challenges of Tarkir. A return to Tarkir would be impossible without addressing the most prominent spirit dragon, Ugin. While Ugin, Eye of the Storms, was present on Tarkir, he reinforced and empowered the Dragonstorms, allowing the dragons' numbers to grow. But when Ugin departed to save the multiverse, the Dragonstorms began to weaken. The subsequent invasion by New Phyrexia chipped away at the Dragon Lord's already dwindling strength and allowed the humanoid rebellions to gain traction. The past and present collide as 5 clans re-emerge out of the humanoid rebellion. Their khans finally succeed in toppling the Dragon Lords by summoning spirit dragons to aid them. Unfortunately, the spirit dragons came with fearsome, wild dragons spawned from the storm as well. They fill the skies of Tarkir, threatening the 5 clans and the multiverse beyond. These dragon storms brought fearsome dragons to planes that were unprepared for them, wreaking havoc and demanding a response. And if there's one planeswalker who responds when the multiverse is in danger, it's Elspeth, Stormslayer. Following her ascension to Archangel during the Phyrexian invasion, Elspeth has been tracking dragon storms through the Omen Paths. She arrives on Tarkir, having found the source of the storms at last. But she quickly realizes that she won't be able to stop them alone. Narset, Jeskai Waymaster, is a former planeswalker who has risen to the head of her clan and spearheaded the summoning of the spirit dragons. Narset agrees to join Elspeth out of a desire to unite her plane. But the duo face a difficult obstacle in their quest to save Tarkir. Another planeswalker, Sarkhan Vol, is intent on stopping them. Sarkhan, with his profound attachment to dragons, seeks to preserve the dragon storms. And he's not alone. Sarkhan is joined by an army of wild dragons, all with the same mission. Elspeth and Narset must overcome nearly insurmountable odds if they want to unite Tarkir and prevent the dragon storms from destroying all that they hold dear. All this dragon violence has imbued the essence of Dragonfire into the land of Tarkir itself, forming Mox Jasper. This potent card can be used to power a whole battlefield of fierce, winged creatures. Like the rest of Tarkir, the mechanics in this set will be a mix of familiar and reinvented. Behold is a new mechanic, which rewards players for their dragons. To behold a dragon, choose a dragon you control or reveal a dragon from your hand, and doing so gains an additional effect when casting the card. When Sarkhan, Dragon Ascendant, beholds a dragon, you may create a treasure token. Similar to how the adventure mechanic worked in Eldraine, Omen lets you play the instant or sorcery side of the spell before shuffling it back into your library. If you're able to draw it again later, repeat the process or cast the creature side instead. Cards with Renew can be exiled from your graveyard in order to put a counter on another creature you control. Renewing applies part of the original creature's ability onto a new target before leaving the game. Flurry is an ability which allows a permanent to gain an additional effect whenever you cast your second spell each turn. In this case, Equilibrium Adept gains double strike until the end of the turn. Mobilize allows you to increase your forces in an instant. This effect creates an amount of tapped and attacking 1/1 Red Warrior creature tokens, which are sacrificed at the beginning of the next end step. Hybrid Mana gives you the option to pay a higher colorless amount if you're missing a color source in the casting cost. With Rakshasa's Bargain, you can either pay black, green, and blue, or use 2 colorless mana to replace any of those pips. You can pay 3, 4, 5, or 6 mana, depending on your combinations. The choice is yours. Sieges were a card cycle in Khans of Tarkir, and this set is bringing them back with a twist. Each clan is represented by 3 colors of mana, but these sieges only use 2. This can leave you with flexibility about which side you'll join. For example, here during the Frostcliff siege, you can choose white for Jeskai and go wide looking to draw cards, or go green for Temur and buff your creatures for immediate attacking. But be warned, once they hit the battlefield, you must declare your allegiance. And speaking of choosing between the clans, the 5 clans of Tarkir have weathered Dragonstorms and changes to their timelines to emerge with new strength. Each clan features a combination of old and new elements that will feel both familiar and refreshing. No longer under the thrall of the Dragon Lords, these clans have each appointed a humanoid leader, but they have also each found a dragon representative of their guiding ethos. The Abzan are a clan empowered by their connection with their ancestors' spirits. Their Khan leader, Felothar, maintains this connection through sacred kin trees, which link them to their predecessors. One familiar face is Anafenza. Found wandering the Abzan territories, this powerful remnant of an older Tarkir protects the clan from danger. Her card features the Endure mechanic, which lets you choose between +1/+1 counters or a spirit token to remember the legacy of fallen friends. Beitor, kin to all, is the ultimate expression of the Abzan's ancestry, a collective consciousness made up of all Abzan past and present. This dragon is able to solve problems by drawing on a vast collection of knowledge and memories, making them invaluable to the reconstituted Abzan. However, Beitor may also be self-contradicting, as the many voices that make up this dragon do not always agree. The Jeskai are a clan known for their monk practitioners of the Way, who seek to achieve peace through unity. Divided amongst 3 primary monasteries, the Jeskai are devoted to using their knowledge of the past and belief in the Way to bring their plane together. They are led by the former planeswalker Narset, who is seen here discovering lost knowledge in the Jeskai archives, and using that magic to summon the spirit dragons to defeat the Dragon Lords. She knows that her clan is key to tackling the threat of the Dragonstorms. Shiko, Paragon of the Way, shares the Jeskai's vision of a unified Tarkir. She keeps an eye on Jeskai territory, offering advice and stepping in when needed. A fitting dragon for a collection of wise and thoughtful practitioners. She seeks to understand the goals, beliefs, and actions of others in order to best fulfill her role of guiding them towards the Way. Technologically advanced nomadic warriors, the Mardu meet any challengers with an all-out assault. The Mardu field armies of lightning-wielding fighters and archers to the chagrin of their enemies. This mighty army is led and coordinated by their great Khan, Zergo Stormrender. The Mardu were exhausted and weakened by the Dragon Lords and multiversal invasions of the past few years. But they have been reinvigorated by the spirit dragon Nereeve, Heart of the Storm. He is the marshal of their forces, leading them into battle against the other clans and anyone else who might stand in their way. The Sultai clan dwell deep within the jungles of Tarkir. They survive by nurturing both the living through their efficient farms and the dead through their equally efficient necromancers. The Sultai have a deep respect and connection with both the living and the dead. The returned dead are given positions of honor and leadership, not servitude. With their stealth and cunning, the Sultai are not to be trifled with. Sidisi is a powerful Naga who has risen through the ranks of her people in each version of Tarkir. Originally a Khan of the Sultai, Sidisi's authority came from being a vizier for the Dragon Lord Silumgar. Now that the old Dragon Lords, including Silumgar, have fallen, Sidisi has found a new path to power. She rules over the northern swamps as a terrifying undead being. Once an unassuming human farmer, Kotis, the Fangkeeper, led his village in the rebellion against Silumgar. Never wanting to be a warrior or leader, Kotis was partially responsible for Sidisi's fall. Though he was killed in the Phyrexian invasion, his people could not do without him. They revived him in a necromantic ritual and reinstated him as leader, a position he holds still. Teval is a symbol for the Sultai's rejection of the old ways. The tyranny of Silumgar has no place in their new way of being. Instead, Teval acts as an impartial judge, maintaining balance and arbitrating the clan's conflicts impartially. The Temur are adapted to live in the freezing cold and work alongside their animal companions. This clan has an advantage over others in the form of their whisperers, who utilize the spirits of the land to predict the future. In their wisdom, the whisperers have also selected the Temur's current leader, Eshki Dragonclaw. Ureni, the song unending, was brought forth to reconnect the Temur to the land they relied upon. Deeply invested in the clan and the well-being of the land, Ureni provides counsel and guidance to the Temur, working and living closest with their whispers. Ureni also acts as fearsome protector of both the Temur whisperers and of the Temur lands as a whole. Their signature spell lets you send away uninvited creatures back to where they came from. It also features the Harmonize mechanic, which allows you to recast it from your graveyard by tapping into the powers of your clan. Craterhoof Behemoth is an exciting reprint. This beast emphasizes that the dragons, the Dragonstorms, and other clans are not the only dangers players will face on Tarkir. As Eshki Dragonclaw of the Temur clan says, some days you wish you were fighting a dragon. Tarkir Dragonstorm features a commander deck for each of the 5 clans. These decks will spotlight the humanoid leaders of the clans, as well as their spirit dragon allies. This white-black-green commander deck is led by the Khan of the Abzan clan, Felothar the Steadfast. As a mighty warrior and leader of her people, Felothar turns your toughness into vicious attack power. To the Abzan, the best offense is often a good defense. If you enlist Beitor, Ancestor's Voice, as your commander, utilize life gain and life loss to buff your creatures and return them from the graveyard. Fitting for the spirit dragon who operates as a combined consciousness of Abzan past and present. The blue-red-white commander deck of the Jeskai clan is led by Shiko and Narset unified, a combination of the Jeskai clan's legendary leader and their newly incarnated dragon. This rapid-fire duo doubles your spells and stocks up on card draw. Elsha, Threefold Master, is another powerful commander in the Jeskai clan. Utilizing the monastic discipline of the Jeskai, this deck allows you to focus your flurries on multiple targets, boost your attackers, and leave nothing standing in your way. The black-green-blue commander deck of the Sultai brings the deadly cunning of this clan to bear on your enemies. Fill your graveyard to provide yourself with bonus mana and an army of zombie druids. Teval, the balanced scale, raises the dead to fight again. While Teval may largely serve as an arbitrating force for Clan Sultai, the mighty dragon is not above assisting them by reviving Sultai warriors from beyond the grave. Kotis, Sibsig champion, is one such undead member of the clan Sultai. He continues to serve his people even after death, leading their undead armies to victory. The Mardu electrify the battlefield with this red-white-black commander deck. Boost your token production to burn bright and fast, then gain more rewards when they burn out. Another rebel against the Dragon Lords, the Orc warrior once known as Zurgo Bellstriker, successfully led his people against the Dragon Lord Kolaghan. Renamed Zurgo Stormrender, he currently leads the Mardu against any other threats that dare to cross their path. Zurgo has a powerful ally in the mighty dragon Nereeve, Crackling Vanguard. He represents the spirit of the Mardu, swift, powerful, and willing to strike at a moment's notice. The teamer draw on the power of the land to field a green-blue-red deck, which builds up mana early before filling the board with formidable creatures and bumping up their stats. Eshki, Teamer's Roar, was a skilled hunter and wrestler during the reign of the Dragon Lords, but the Phyrexian invasion forced her to take up the reins of leadership. Eventually, Eshki was named Dragonclaw. With the blessing of the Teamer Whisperers and their new dragon ally, Ureni of the Unwritten, the Teamer clan is teaming up with the Dragons of Tarkir to deliver death on swift wings. Ramp until you cast Ureni to summon a flight of dragons to descend upon your opponents. This set wouldn't be complete without a few exciting new card treatments. The thing about Dragonstorms is that they're full of dragons. Dragon's Eye basic lands combine mana with the might to give an up-close and personal perspective on Tarkir's dragons. Ghostfire and Halo Foil Ghostfire. The Elder Dragon Ugin's influence over Tarkir is manifest in new Ghostfire cards, special art, and card frames imbued with Ugin's ethereal presence. We've brought back the Halo Foil treatment on Ghostfire cards, giving these already stunning cards an extra flourish. Borderless reversible cards. Deadly dragons can have a cute side, even Ugin, with 6 new borderless reversible cards, each featuring a fearsome and adorable version of your favorite winged creatures. Borderless clan cards. Battle alongside Teamer, Jeskai, Abzan, Sultai, Mardu with borderless clan cards, special treatments that unite each of the 5 clans across 57 cards. Draconic cards. Add some dragons to your collection with new Draconic cards, a flight of powerful dragons in new thematic art and card frames. This set is full of familiar elements that have been thoughtfully refreshed, and that extends to other classic cards as well. Keep an eye out for this set's reprints of the legendary Ultimatum cards. Eerie Ultimatum, Emergent Ultimatum, Genesis Ultimatum, Inspired Ultimatum, and Ruinous Ultimatum. These powerful cards require 7 colored mana each, but they are worth it, with effects that can devastatingly alter the course of a game. This set also includes a beautiful series of fetch lands appearing in the special guest slot: Marsh Flats, Scalding Tarn, Verdant Catacombs, Arid Mesa, and Misty Rainforest. These enemy color fetches bring unrivaled flexibility to your decks, powering all your favorite strategies no matter which clan claims your allegiance. Get your hands on new textured dragon scale foil fetch lands that bring Tarkir to life, exclusively in collector boosters, making them the perfect addition when enhancing your library. You could also be one of only 500 people in the world to open an exclusive, serialized Mox Jasper card, rare even in Tarkir. Tarkir is now bigger and bolder than ever, filled with cinematic action, dynamic clan gameplay, and powerful new dragons that add lasting firepower to your collection. You can play early at your local game store for pre-release starting the weekend of April 4th and on Arena April 8th. Otherwise, Tarkir Dragonstorm will be available everywhere April 11th. And if you'd like to learn more about Elspeth and Narset's battle to contain the multiversal Dragonstorms and defeat Sarkhan Vol, you can read the full story online now. Get ready for the new age of Tarkir. Join your clan. Break the storm.